Ready? Hello, I'm Toby Emmett. I'm about to make my boxing debut. Boxing, like most sports, has always fascinated me. As a kid, I gave most things a go. I tried football, I tried rugby, a bit of basketball, tried boxing. Anything that sort of pushed the limits and being good at something, like really good, was always something that I really admired and looked up to. But for me personally, growing up the way that I did, I always found pushing myself was always a little hard. I didn't have a bad upbringing in the slightest. I grew up in a tiny little town, Grimsby Cleethorpes. Not much here. We've got football and fish. I grew up how most kids did in the late noughties, early teens, with their phones, you know, sort of glued to their faces. The art, which I don't like to call it that, it's more like the big bag of wank that is social media. I can't really say that. Yeah, my nana's gonna watch this, so I think I'll start again.
New study from the UK, published in the journal eClinical Medicine, found that 14-year-old girls who use social media more than 5 hours a day.
Social media has, without a doubt, killed any hope of any societal growth. In my opinion, I don't want to get all political. In a way, I had it easy because it could have been way worse. You look at kids and young adults nowadays who are glued to TikTok, glued to Snapchat mainly, and it's just unhealthy. I grew up glued to a phone and a tablet, whatever, and to no fault of anyone, you know, my parents wasn't their fault. Every kid did. Every kid wanted that stuff. It just sort of became mine and a lot of my mates' lives, you know, just sort of video games and YouTube and stuff.
Okay, so we're in the bath, Max's bath.
Hang on, my face is in there.
Because we will end up running out of ideas.
Right. Take one.
But now I'm sort of grateful of that because I'm doing this stuff, I'm doing media and stuff and all that watch time and the sort of knowledge that from watching people, it's sort of helped me with doing this. And luckily, I've had the willpower to sort of look after myself now, whereas when I was a kid, you know, you couldn't get me walking to the other end of the street without moaning. You know, let alone going to the gym, eating like steak, chicken, running about, and all that shit. My dad was a personal trainer and he really tried to inspire me, but I really wasn't having any of it. I was more interested in what Dan TDM was posting or, you know, Stampy, whatever. But nonetheless, even with all that, sports was still something that I would watch regularly, whether my dad was watching football, boxing. And there was one thing that really struck me, and I can't label why, and it's the raw passion and the attention of thousands and thousands of people on these athletes doing what they love to do. And don't get me wrong, I'm no attention seeker, and I hate it when I see, you know, mainly kids, oh, push out a tear, you know, oh, take a picture of a happy face and oh, little sad face, you know, on Snapchat, or send it to everyone for steaks. I mean streaks. It's daft, it's a lot of bollocks. And, oh, you know, just go for a walk or something. Go for a walk. Being in front of a crowd and being good at something is something that I really started to crave. As a kid, I would play fight, usually as a, you know, against an invisible version of The Rock or whatever, or with my mates at school, or with my miniature Hulk Hogan, and even my wrestling figures. And while I'd do it, I'd voice what the crowd would be chanting. And again, it wasn't the attention that I craved from an audience, it was the admiration. You know, people looking at you and going, I can't believe he's done that. Being amazed at what you've just done. Shock value is the main, it's what it is, shock value. Which really is what drew me to... What? Professional wrestling. I actually got into wrestling by buying one of the latest wrestling games. So that's another thing that I can thank that phase for. But then I started actually watching wrestling And the roar of the crowd and the production value and the passion and the championships and the wrestlers, it gripped me to the point where I wanted to get out of my comfort zone somehow and actually give something a go and put my all into something. I started wrestling at the age of 13, wrestling training in no sort of decent physical shape or mindset. I started training in what was a brand new school called Eva Wrestling Academy, run by BWR, which is the local wrestling promotion in Grimsby. After 5 years of growing with not just the school, but with all of the students around me, and growing in myself, I finally made my wrestling debut. I was no Bret Hart or anything, but putting me in front of all of my friends, all my family, all of these die-hard local wrestling fans and getting to do something that I'd been watching for years, it made me feel like the biggest star on earth. Well, during lockdown, well before my wrestling debut, I had discovered a new little passion, filmmaking.
Good evening. The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades.
During COVID, I'd write script after script after script, buy the cheapest and shittest equipment imaginable, you know, off like Temu and Zoom and eBay, whatever, to try and make little films, try and film anything that I could. I knew I'd never have the resources to ever make one of those films, so I thought to myself, what can I film? What can I make that's entertaining enough to make people sit down for an hour?
Hi, I'm Tony Emmett, this is Jackass.
So if we wind the clock back a bit, while I was discovering wrestling, I also discovered a little thing called deathmatch wrestling.
He's very hungry, I guess. Oh, look out! Kobayashi! Oh, Jesus! Just working him over with the barbed wire. And the hardware store. Right now. Good God! Oh! Oh my God! Look at a member of the Arquette family! Ba-boom! Oh.
Where these absolute idiots would fly off anything, get hit with all sorts of things, glass, thumbtacks, put through fire, put through tables, cages, and the crowd, they absolutely loved every bit of it. And I think to myself, who's dumb enough to do this? And one day I watched Jackass, and that was sort of it.
Now it's time for the human dartboard.
Now it's time for a full flip.
Back out, we need a bit of light.
Ring jump of death.
Hello, I'm Toby Emmett, and this is Blind Biker.
Toby, what are you doing?
Get up, you get up. Mum, you need a different angle from that. By 2023, I'd released my first feature film, The New Stunts of Toby Emmett, a film 4 years in the making. I showed it at the cinema, showed people it during my travels, and people, they were looking at it and they were like, this is crazy. And again, it's not for attention, it's for the shock value. Who else is gonna climb onto their roof, pissed as a fart, in a Hawaiian top, Calvin Klein sliders, football joggers, sporting a really badly cut mower that I'd done myself, and jump onto a telly, elbow drop it? It's just daft. In April 2023, I decided to leave wrestling, and although I'd found my love for filmmaking, found a new love for cooking and traveling, ultimately this started a domino effect which led to me becoming overweight quite a few times. The most recent being the beginning of this year as we're filming 2024, which is where this story starts. I had lost all my passion. My film was done. My wrestling had finished. I was mind swapping between project after project. I didn't know what to do. I had distractions left, right and centre. And I kept myself productive by travelling Europe. And although I was seeing the world, seeing sights, seeing things I would have never dreamed of, you know, meeting some fantastic people on these trips, unreal people, I think I was ultimately suffering. I ate a lot during these trips, drank a lot. When I got home, drank, ate a lot. And although I was never depressed or anything like that, I felt drained and I felt like a shell of what I wanted to be and what I dreamt myself was being. And I was really scared of becoming a failure, yet was doing very little about it. In Amsterdam for a new year, I didn't tell a soul, but I was well over 16 stone. And I was lying to myself every day saying, you can't be that heavy, you can't be that heavy. You're at least, you know, 15 and a half stone. It was a sad truth and a very bad day when I realised that I had completely let myself go. There were still things I wanted to do. I wanted to make that first film. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to potentially move to Australia, but I needed to be healthy. I needed motivation. I needed the roar of a crowd rumbling inside me, and I needed that motivation fast. I got back into the gym for the first time in about a year and a half since I stopped wrestling. I was semi-consistent. I was following a lazy program I'd just scrapped up on my note. And one day I'm scrolling through my phone in between sets and I see this ad on Facebook for ultra white collar boxing. And I'm like, all right, I'll have a look. And I'm reading and it's 8-week course. Get in the best shape of your life. Learn how to box. Perform in front of hundreds of people. Perform in front of hundreds of people. And I'm thinking, this is the one.
I'm Oliver Scott. I'm an international amateur boxer and I'm currently studying for my A-levels, hopefully going to Durham University later this year. Toby's my best mate. I've known him since I was a really small kid, really young, but we've rekindled and become best friends over teenage years, and here we are now. I've been training him to box. When I met Toby, how did we? Well, we actually met at a party. One of my friends, it was Toby's cousin, so we always had those links. But then I got really close with Toby. I thought that, you know, this is a lad I can talk to, a lad I can get on with. Went away to a festival together when we were about 13. We've been really close ever since then because my family just consider him one of the family, and I'm really close with his family too. I train at Cleethorpes Trinity Boxing Academy. I've always trained there ever since becoming a boxer when I was about 13. I keep up with my fitness in the gym also, lifting weights, whatever, but the main part of my training takes place in the boxing gym. I started off just training boxing, being a beginner, training twice a week, but from there it's very addictive. You want to be better, and once you start seeing your stamina come on, I remember I started doing 2 miles at first. It was taking me over 20 minutes, and then I cut it down to like 13 minutes, and once you start seeing improvements like that, and you realise that you've got a lot of potential. I got into the squad, which is where you go on to box amateur, and after that, that's how it started, and then it took me to boxing in Sweden, boxing all around the country, and yeah, it's been brilliant. I have a lot more discipline than I did. I had I lacked discipline when I was, 13, 14 years old. So boxing coming into my life at that time when you start to, rebel and things like that, it was really good because it stopped me going out so much, stopped me smoking, all those things that I could have done. You can't do alongside boxing. You cannot half-ass boxing because you don't play boxing. You're not in a team. You are, but you're not in a team in the ring. You're by yourself. So every action you take, you show your accountability for. Boxing implemented discipline into my life. It all came at the same time. So when I started boxing, my schoolwork got loads better. I smashed my GCSEs. And when I box, I also seem to be able to revise more, and it's a way for me to take my anger out. So I'm not snappy because I've let it out, or I will let it out at the end of the day. So I tend to get along with people a lot better. I really can't say, but I can say this: I don't think I would have done so well in my schoolwork, and I don't think I'd be going to go to the university that I am, because it's hard to explain if you're not a boxer, but it all just works together. If your fitness is up and you're happier, you're just better at everything else. Your relationships are better, your reputation's better, and I can't tell you how many people I've met through boxing as well. I've been to most local gyms, and just the amount of people you meet is unbelievable. People have a lot of respect for boxers, and people like to talk about it. So yeah, it's changed my life in all sorts of ways. Ultimate dream. Well, similar to most people you'd ask, I suppose, because I really want to be successful, very ambitious, and I hope to, after studying law at Durham, to get into a very profitable law firm where one day I can become a partner. But boxing, within all that, I can just see myself still boxing, because I know the 13-year-old boy that I was, and I remember when I started boxing, everything just got better. So I can just imagine myself carrying on boxing at uni, because I do university tournaments and things like that, and after that too.
It takes a strong-willed person just to walk up those steps and enter this place. You have to have courage. You have to have guts. You're going into a hard knocks gym. Okay, this is a fight gym.
White Collar Boxing had its beginnings at Gleason's Gym in New York City, when gym owner Bruce Silvergate began organising informal fights between white-collar workers of his clientele in the late 1980s, which later developed into regular monthly events, which spawned other shows like Celebrity Fight Night, which went on to thrive in the UK, and by 2004, over 65% of Gleason's gym membership was from white-collar background, compared to 10% in the 1990s. This increase in membership from this demographic has been credited with maintaining the profitability of boxing gyms in the US and UK, with larger shows like WCB and Ultra White Collar. Which is where I come in. Ultra White Collar Boxing started in 2009 with their first show in Derby, England. Ever since then, they have grown and grown and grown, raising money for charity everywhere around the nation. They're now expanding into Australia, into the US and Canada. So this could be a worldwide thing. Who knows? The way the training works, you have 8 weeks. These are 2 sessions a week, and they're only for an hour. So you're only getting 16 hours in 8 weeks to train for one 3-round fight, 2 minutes each.
There are some people who aren't beginners when they do it. A lot of people are beginners when they start. I was not only a beginner, but I was a beginner who had just come off a string of a lot of boozy holidays, solo trips in places like Krakow, Prague, whatever. I was what some people would say a little bit overweight. Thought it'd be cool if I ran to training as my first training session, but it's not happening. It's not happening. I'm walking back now. It's not happening. I'll have to get my bike. So yeah, I feel like I've got like a body armor of melted butter. You know, it's sort of like it's not making me insecure because no one can see I've got Just Eat coat on. Don't work for Just Eat. It's just, yeah, it's not happening. I've got a heavy heart, you know, not in sadness, but in cholesterol. But yeah, it's. I'll have to go get my bike. I'll bike there. I think I'll be able to handle that. Can't. Give me a lift. Yeah, I'll see you there. On my way to the first boxing session from Ultra. Let's fucking have it. Just finished the first session. Look how fat I look, Jesus. That was hell. I've got bike home as well. I just fucking doing a million squats. Oh no. Ooh. Yeah, it's going to be a tough 8 weeks. I'm going to do it. Storm Jocelyn. There we go. I'm relying on the storm to get me home. Oh, here we go. Across the ring. Whee, fucking hell. It's working and all. Oh. So me and Ollie are here. He's helping me train. Obviously, he's an experienced boxer, so he's getting me doing all sorts of stuff, and we're gonna win this fight.
Yeah, we are, and today we're gonna work on stamina because, as I've said previously, stamina is one of the most important things for amateur boxing, especially for your first 5 fights. And given that this is Toby's first, it'll be fundamental in his training.
I'm not quite looking forward to it, but I'm looking forward to winning on the night.
Well, let's get on with it.
Training with Ollie was definitely a massive, massive positive and something that I really needed to get my ass in gear.
So make sure your hands are like this, and then put your chin down a bit.
I had come off a string of a lot of solo travels and I was a little bit chunky. I had quite a podgy on and a few chins. And Ollie, he's all into health and fitness. He's tried most diets like I have now. He's done loads of different sort of challenges, experimented with stuff like fasting, ice baths, all of that malarkey. He loves it all. So having him push me along and give me the motivation that he gave himself when he was younger was brilliant. It's definitely something I needed.
Watch the balance, yeah? Good, on again, on again. Keep those out.
Working out, working hard. Windy, muddy conditions don't stop us. Carry bike. Whoa. This is an awesome shot.
Body heat rather than. I'd be pissing there every time I get it, so.
Oh, nice. Okay. 3.
If you don't throw up, you've not done it properly.
Have you got the timer? Yes.
The state of your back from all the...
Oh yeah, my back's ready. 2 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
Really well.
Just received our first donation, £10 from Michael Thompson, who's also doing the boxing. So, cheers, pal.
White Collar Boxing is, of course, about charity and raising money for charity, white collar workers, raising money and whatnot. The charity that I chose to compete for was Mind, a mental health charity. Mental health is obviously something that affects a lot of people, and Mind is a very mainstream sort of charity who have been going for a long time. And I thought it'd be nice to say that I've given money to that much of a good cause. People chose lots of different charities. There was people raising money for cancer awareness, cancer research, Macmillan, all sorts. There's all sorts of different charities, and I feel very, 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 very proud that I contributed 60 quid to a charity that's going to put it towards something really, really good. And I'm very proud of the fact that I was able to raise as much as I did. Ruby, get a close-up of this. So for the fight, I'm changing my diet completely. I've sort of been on a bad string of, well, not bad string, but I've been on a string of a lot of solo trips, and I've been eating pizza and pasta and all that jazz. So for the fight, I'm sort of adopting a lower carb lifestyle. Having a lot of meats, having a lot of dairy, cooking with butter, etc. Salt. Lower carb diet, sort of, it's good for you. It's good to do stuff like that. I'm also doing intermittent fasting, so I fast for about 16 hours of the day. I've got 8 hours to eat, so I usually, in the middle of a shift maybe, or if I'm here at home, usually takes me from, I can usually eat at 12. If I stop eating at 8, 12 till 8. It varies though. Sometimes I do a bit longer, sometimes I do a bit shorter. We'll see. Today I'm making steak. So I've got a nice bit of rump steak from the local butchers. Always support local. You don't want to get any Sainsbury's crap or anything like that. Oh, bloody hell. These are from the co-op though, but it's fine. Ignore that. And always using salt. Himalayan salt. Bit of that. I'm a simple guy. I do know how to make a fancy steak, but don't need it currently. There's a lot of misconception about food. It's a massive thing that I've learned throughout this thing. There are so much. There's so much like processed food around, like anything like pre-prepped meat. It's got stuff that's really bad for you, causes diarrhea and stuff. You can't believe it. So I stick with natural foods. Try my best to stay unprocessed. Every night, have one of these.
full one with some yogurt and some honey with loads of raisins. So good, full of protein. That's mainly what I'm trying to do. No carbs, just mostly proteins, and yeah, it's going well so far. I've burnt the garlic, I wasn't meant to do that, but the one with a bit of flavour. Look at that. Got that flavour on top. I'm eating around, sometimes I have like an 8-egg omelette, maybe even a bit more. I like to pair eggs with steak because they go really well hand in hand. Sort of that. And yeah, it's just like a nice sort of thing to do. Oh shit. Fox. Oh, nice one. Nice one. Yeah, well, of course, I've never done that before in my life, but do it when I'm filming. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, stop that. Alright. Oh, yeah, I'm not Rocky. I'm not drinking. I'm not going to slurp it up. That's... Yeah. Oh. Yeah, it's not happening, is it? Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll cut there. Cut there. Just ignore that. What just happened? So, back on it. Careful. Yeah, I've even boycotted mayonnaise and stuff like that because surprisingly it's full of crap. Lots of preservatives. It's full of preservatives. Preservatives. It's full of that crap. Emulsifiers and thickeners and all that bollocks. You don't want any of that. So just be creative with stuff. It's nice. You know, cream cheese in place of mayonnaise. You know, or anything. And it's that much of a good lifestyle. I've enjoyed it that much that I'm thinking I'm definitely going to carry it on, but maybe with one cheat day or carbohydrate day where I can have some pasta or pizza or some beers or something. I'm thinking that might be what I do in the future. And cheese as well. There's nothing wrong with cheese. Cheese is full of fat, full of protein. Just don't get the processed stuff. It's extra mature. So this is just like a quick meal for me to get before I go to training. Just got the steak and 2 eggs. Usually have a bit more, but I'm running out of time. And made it extra rare. And with all that butter and all that flavouring with the garlic and salt, it's just, look at that. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Succulent, juicy. So if I were you, I would highly recommend something like this because this stuff is just nice. Like, you eat pizza all the time, you know, it's got loads of crap in like the dough if you don't make it yourself. And it's just making you want to eat more and more and more of it. McDonald's is another culprit as well. I hate McDonald's, do not go there. This is easy, it's cheap, you're supporting local businesses with a steak. A lot of butchers do their own eggs as well, so that's another good thing. Just eat well, and like this is way more tasty than a pizza. I still like pizza. I'll have a pizza maybe after this, maybe once a week or something, but this stuff is gorgeous. It's good for you. You don't need to track the calories with it because you're satisfied after the meal. So this is what I've been doing for the fight.
So I got my first shiner last night and I popped my nose as well. First session in contact, so it's really put in perspective about how different things are when you get hit in the face. I was quite confident, but you know, it's a bit of a reality check getting punched in the face, weirdly. and it's highlighted that I need to cover my nose. This is a big one, and my head, and yeah, it's not the worst, but it's a shiner. Yeah. But we're moving on. We're doing it. We have feel. We are very feel. Yeah. So I was at my mum's earlier, and she's got scales at hers, and I give myself a little bit of a weigh, and I've lost over a stone so far, and I haven't got it for proof, so you have to believe me word, but I mean, I feel it. You can tell, you know, it's probably a bit out of there. Chin's gone as well. Yeah. I'm looking a bit slower. Feel lighter. I don't have this. I didn't have that armour of jelly. I'm feeling good. Yeah, I'm feeling decent. Doing well. Over and out.
Well, to be totally honest, at first, when I was watching Toby's footwork, I thought, oh, we're going to have a bit of a problem here, because because of how tall he is, and he's a bit heavier, his feet were very narrow, and he was very stumpy with his movements. So I was a bit worried, but I can't believe how quick he came on from the first time we did the session at Trin to moving on and continuously training with him at the Leisure Centre. His movement got way better, his hand-eye coordination got way better, and his stamina, because stamina is the thing that will win you your first 10 fights. Stamina is everything. Most people lose because they gas out, not because they get knocked out. And Toby's stamina at first wasn't there. I remember him saying, oh, my shoulders are aching, I can't keep my hands up. And then I was like, yeah, well, this is how it goes. He showed a lot of improvements very quickly, and I thought he came on much quicker than I did when I started boxing, but I think that was because of how determined he was, and he knew how quickly, or the lack of time he had before he had to get in the ring. So my diet is predominantly meat. I don't eat anything processed. I try not to eat anything processed. My only vice is having a drink. I do like to have a drink, but if I'm in training camp, I won't, but I do like to do that. But when all year round, I try not to eat any sweets and things like that. But that's not just for boxing and to look good and everything. That goes hand in hand with my revision, because it keeps my head clear. But diet's massive. If you don't eat correctly, I mean, I've had like fish and chips before training, and you just feel rubbish. So diet is huge. You need to know how to fuel yourself as a boxer. And even though my diet is predominantly meat, say before I walk out for a fight, I will have a Rice Krispies bar, because you've got to think of the fuel that you're putting inside your body. And I know for a fact that Toby, since we've been doing all this, has moved to predominantly meat and eggs diet, and he's lost what he did have, which was a huge dad bod. So we've come away from that quite a bit, and we've seen some massive improvements. From what I've seen, what do I think? I think Toby's got a real fighting chance. I think the way his stamina's come on, I think he'll last a full 3 rounds, and I think he'll put up a great fight, whether he wins or loses. But personally, I do think he will win, because of the way he's been training and his resilience when we've been doing sparring and things like that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell, my ex has sent me a tenner by accident.
Really?
She put, please can you send that £10 back? I didn't mean to send you it, I'm really sorry. No.
Yeah.
My name's Max, I'm 18 years old. Been friends with Toby since I was about 3. I boxed for about 5 years, all the way from age 12 up until the age of 17. Picked it up in year 8 because a mate of mine at school, he'd started. and he recommended that I come down with him and we both give it a go together. I got to the competing level, I'd say. I was training with the amateur competitors 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Never had a fight because apparently my commitment and dedication wasn't up to standard, so therefore technically I retired undefeated. That's something I'll always have under my belt. Boxing helped me in a number of ways. It helped me get fit, helped me keep motivated, it helped me gain a lot more discipline. I'm joining the army in, well, 3 days from now. So yeah, boxing really helped me get onto the right path for that. And add that to the fact that boxing as well is a big part of the army. All the regiments have their own boxing team, so it's 100% something I plan on picking back up once I'm in. However, then I do risk the, my unbeaten record, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Another positive factor for boxing is you can walk into a boxing gym and you've got people from all sorts of backgrounds. You've got teachers, students, police officers, criminals, all sorts. It's a really good community to have. It's a really tight, close community. I really like the fact how, you can be knocking the shit out of each other 1 minute and then the next minute your best mate's planning when you're next off down the pub. So yeah, it was really nice going in, seeing the same faces day in, day out. I decided to join the army when I was, it's been an option in my head for years and years. But it only really became plan A when I was 14 and I'd been to the Remembrance Day marches down Cleethorpes. And got speaking to a few veterans that told me all about army life. And I thought, yeah, that's really for me. So I looked into it more, looked at the specific job I wanted to do. Multiple reasons of joining the army, I know it's not the best pay, but it's something. Security, you know what I mean? But the travel opportunities you get, the friends you make, friends for life, all those sorts of stuff you can do, the pride, the respect and everything, to the fact that I can't really do anything else. I'm no good at maths or English, I can't sing or dance, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's the only thing that's for me really. Couldn't do college, couldn't do uni, no chance, I won't last 5 minutes in a uni. But yeah, so it's definitely something that I'm very keen to have a go at. Boxing definitely helped me on the right track to get into my top fitness level, because the circuits we used to do were very intense, very high in intensity. When the coaches were teaching me how to do specific things, giving me training plans, diet plans, telling me what to eat, what to do, what not to do, all that sort of stuff really gave me a good insight as to how I can really be the best version of myself, both physically and mentally. Well, I'd say just stay dedicated to the training. Don't overthink it too much, but you are fighting for a really good cause, so top respect for that. But yeah, just stick to the training, believe in yourself, don't get carried away with other stuff, don't let anything distract you, and yeah, just enjoy it as well, enjoy it in the moment.
Yeah, cool. So week before the fight, exactly 1 week. I'm feeling good, feeling fit. Just finished PT with Lorenzo. Been walking there and back. Yeah, I feel good, I feel sharp. I hope I've got it. It's gonna be a fun time.
So I actually did boxing when I was about maybe 10 or 12, not to any great extent. I think I did it for maybe 2 years. So I was beginner of the beginner, and I wasn't the only one. I wasn't the only beginner. There was plenty of beginners, but there were some people who were maybe done the program before or were boxers maybe back in the day. So to help me in my journey, I decided to have PT sessions with the person who was running the Ultra program. The Ultra program in Grimsby is run by Grimsby Kickboxing Club, which is a kickboxing club. And one of the trainers, Lorenzo, he is a brilliant guy. He's a champion in kickboxing. and he was also doing PT sessions, private PT sessions, one-on-one. So I did plenty of those, and I've got to say they were they were tough, but he got me to a certain point which really headed me in the fight. I'm very grateful for the time he gave towards me.
1, 1, 2, and then catch. Then we go 1, 2, catch that side, okay? 1, 2. Move it. And again, ready? Move it. Move after that. And again, go. There we go. 1, 2. 2. 2 slip. Good. 1 slip. And again. Good. 1 slip, 2. And that one longer now. Catch it, hold on. There, hold on to it. Yeah, boy, hold on to it. Move head, move feet, the boy over. Yeah, such a strong do. Yeah. So, lift it. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, yeah. Just I'll move with you. Okay? Only if you do this. Yeah, yeah. Right. Bit heavy movement. Yeah, yeah. All of a sudden, in case you would have a turn. Yeah. Okay. Alright, ready. Okay, slow down. So you just throw whatever you want. Or move as well, yeah? There you go, and I'll follow you. If you start moving around the ring, I'll follow that. Okay, hold for it. Towards you, you can't keep coming. That's why I like to make decisions quick. I'm going to make it harder. How do you think I'm going to make it harder?
I don't know.
What?
I'm not sure.
Okay. 1.
Yeah.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Second one's going to come in.
Right.
2. And then you pass both of them back. So it's forcing you to use maybe your hand that you're not going to use. Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
Wait. Wait for it to come down. There you go. Hold it. Hold it. Okay. Sorry, mate. That was absolutely shocking. You still did it. So the go on the ring. Okay. No. Great move, by the way. Good move, back and down, like it. Move forward a bit. Yes, long rounds over. There you go. There we go. Use your arms. Don't forget, I talk about training all the time. I'm dead jealous when tall people don't use what they've got. Yeah. It's annoying. Yes, good movement. Oh, fine.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Grimsby Leisure Centre.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. That's why I got a bruise there.
Yeah, I know it's like but
Yeah?
you got to take the pain, grab the pain.
Do yeah. Yeah, so I'm doing the room tour. It's part of the documentary. Yeah,
Very nice.
Yeah.
Who are you fighting?
Don't know yet. Find out the day before.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
is that semi-amateur?
No, just like white collar. It's all for charity.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Let's go see the room.
Good. Good. Hope you win.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah. Moved in here beginning of Feb.
straight after the new year. My own place. Sort of a bedroom really. So, my TV. Towel. Another one. Yeah, everything I need. Research.
About 2 weeks into my boxing journey, I ran into quite a big hurdle. I had decided to move out of my mum's house, which is obviously a big thing for a person. I've always been very independent. I've never really, enjoyed living with people, which is weird because I'm now living in a shared house. I'm quite an independent person, so moving out was something that I wanted to do for a long time, and when I was 18 I could finally sort of do it. I could hold my own. It's something I definitely wanted to get done. Amongst all that, of course, I needed more money for this room that I'm staying in, and work just went a bit crazy. Outside of doing stuff like this, I work as a chef, and during most of the 8 weeks there were problems at work. There was stuff that needed to be done, and I was on hand to do it all, on call, to get in the kitchen whenever I needed to, which made me miss a lot of the sessions that Ultra were giving out, which really, I felt like, hindered my process. There were some weeks that I didn't go to any sessions, and that's where I did the PTs. So that, along with trying to move, spending days moving my stuff around, living sort of out of a backpack or whatever, and then always being at work when I should be at training. It was a massive hurdle, and I was struggling a lot to try and get myself to a point where I was confident, because I was also trying to get myself to the gym as well, which I was failing at because I just couldn't go.
Absolutely wiped the floor with today. My face is just... I'm just not used to getting hit in the face. You know, the PTs are working, and you know, getting some good skill behind me and whatnot. But I'm not sparring. I'm missing out on sparring, and the ones that I have been to, as soon as I get hit in the face, that's it. It's me done. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if... It's stressing me out. Oh, fucking shit. I go and batter in, but it hits me in the face, I'm done. Done for. Brittle nose.
I'm not. Right, we're going away from the mirror.
Oh, my days, right, I'm just going to step because I'm really...
That'll do. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that'll do.
You can't do this next week, can you? Come on. Come on, you're doing a pussy. When you get hit next week, they're not going to stop. If you stop, they'll stop the fight.
Yeah, well, give us a sec.
Come on. Come on, that's 10 seconds easily. Let's go.
Yeah, that'll do.
before, but always hit the floor. I've spent a lifetime running, and I always get away, but with you I'm feeling something that makes me wanna stay. I'm prepared for this. I never shoot to miss, but I feel like a storm is coming. If I'm gonna make it through the day, then there's no more use in running. This is something I gotta face. If I risk it all, could you break my fall? How do I live? How do I breathe? When you're not here, I'm suffocating. I wanna feel love run through my blood. Tell me, is this where I give it all up? For you, I have to risk it all, 'cause the writing's on the in a white room with black curtains near the station. Black roof country, no gold pavements, tired starlings. Silver horses ran down moonbeams in your dark eyes. Dawnlight smile on you, leaving my contentment. The sun never shines. Wait in this place where the shadows run from themselves. You said no strings could secure you at the station. Platform ticket, restless diesels, goodbye windows. I walked into such a sad time at the station. As I walked out, felt my own need just beginning. I
Nice and light. Walk again. One, two, three. One, two. That's when you do three. One shot. One shot. One, two, three. Round, yeah. Nice and tight. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright then, there's been some great noise out there. Your support's been fantastic tonight. We're underway now with bout number 10 of the evening, coming in from the red corner in association with 123 Shush Productions. Ping Pong Massage and FM Metals. Please welcome Toby.
I know
to the edge. One low, two high. Ready? One low, one low. One low to his body, two really high. One low, two high. One in. Straight two then. Keep moving, stop moving. Toby, you know what he's going to do? Yeah, you know what he's going to do. Come on.
Yes! Go on!
Yes,
yes.
Seconds. Time. Last 10 seconds. Your winner, bout number 10. From the red.
take you back. Do 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 do, take you back.
Yeah, yeah,
Do do
yeah,
do,
yeah.
take you back. Do 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 do, take you back. Take you back. Do 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 do, take you back.
And they all
Do do do
say to
do,
take you back.
Do 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 do,
Take you back like before.
Do do do.
I don't have any reasons. I just gotta believe in them myself.
Take you back. Do 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 do, take you back. Do 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 do, take you back. Do 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 do, take you back.
Well,
Take me back. Do 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 do, take you
pushing
back.
me too far.
Do do do,
Love
take
you
back.
for
Do 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 do,
what
take you
I
back.
saw before.
Do do do,
Speak to you and I felt you, but I could not tell you I love you.
Take you back. Do 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 do, take you back.
Well, you
Take
put me
you back.
down,
Do 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 do,
put
take
me
you back.
down real nice.
Do 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 do,
Love
take you back.
affair,
Do 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 do, take
taking
you
the
back.
largest slice
Do do do
from my life as I see it. Starting down, gotta have more mean girl.
Take you back.
Girl.
Do 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 do, take you back.